Last year, we organized a fundraising in August, and the fundraising was towards raising resources for the roofing, and we were able to realize up to 123 million Ugandan shillings. Now, with the 123 million, it was far short than what we required. Our projection was 859 million that was needed for the roofing, together with some outstanding obligations for the walling. So when we only raised 123 million, we had to go back to the drawing board. And in the process, we had a lot of consultations where we also reached out to Uganda Bati, they also reached out to us, and we had discussions. And we requested them to provide to us a BOQ, a bill of quantity. And in their proposal, they said they could help do the roofing of this church at a cost of 515 million. So we say now, with this, and we have 123, what do we do? Is there a way Uganda Bati can have these payments structured? And that's why in the agreement that we signed with them on the 15th of May 2026, we have 5 installment payments or milestone payments. The first was 50 million upon signature, which we did and we transferred. The second was 120 million. But since we only had 123 million at hand, it was not adequate. So we decided, as the primary committee in consultation with the church leadership, to approach Trinity Sacco, lKoboko. And this is also a church founded Sacco, founded by the Church of Uganda, specifically lKoboko and the Archdeaconries, to borrow an additional money to the tune of 60 million. Now, with this 60 million and with what we had on the account, it was able to enable us meet the second milestone of 120 million. And that is what triggered now Uganda Bati to release the roofing materials, which is basically the trussing, which will be done. And this process is going to take about 2 months or so for them to complete the trussing. And the third milestone, upon completion of the trussing, will be the 210 million that we shall pay to them. Once we have paid that 210, we'll also have to pay them 80 million for them to release the iron seats and other accessories for the roof to come. And upon completion of the roofing now, with iron seats, we will have to pay the final amount of 50 million Ugandan cedis, totaling all 515 million. Now, we as a committee, we have also embarked on local resource mobilization strategy. And this local mobilization strategy is that for every Christian who is baptized and belonging to the Anglican faith, we should contribute a minimum of 5,000 Ugandan shillings. And we are doing this across the 2 archdeaconries with 18 parishes together with their churches. So Christians are already beginning to contribute this 5 million. As we speak now, we have raised more than close to 15 million from these contributions that we started in May. And this process is going on, and we are targeting about 50,000 Christians. If all these 50,000 Christians contribute 5,000 shillings, we should be able to raise 250 million Ugandan shillings. And that will help us cover the third milestone of 210 million, while the additional that will remain will help us also offset or pay the loan that we have borrowed from Trinity Sacco. And once that is done, we know that we shall now remain with 130 million. And with that, we are looking at having a grand fundraising in October. The exact date will be confirmed because we are to consult with the bishop, Madi and Westland Diocese, but we have October as the month for this fundraising, hoping that we'll be able to realize additional resources that will go towards the roofing phase. And this is the most expensive. Overall, this project was projected to cost about 4 billion. That was as of the BOQ that was done way back in 2019. But because of the innovation that was used in implementation, especially for the foundation and walling, we spent about 1 billion, close to 1 billion for the walling only. And that was far lower than what was projected of about 1.5 billion. So we reduced the cost by close to 600 million. Now, to complete the other phases, the fittings, the electrical installation, the plumbing works, the tiling, and then the painting, sound system, we will need close to about 2 billion. If we secure 2 billion, we will be able to make this church complete. And we are trusting God that these resources will come locally and also externally. And we are looking forward to the pledge of the president, because he pledged to support the walling and the roofing. And the total pledge of the president was about 1.2 billion, out of which we have received 230 million, which has gone towards the walling, the foundation and the walling.
Indeed, we had promises, and I think we tried to fulfill our promises as individuals. But His Excellency the President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni made a pledge, and this pledge was delivered through Honorable Evelyn Anyite, that His Excellency has promised that on the top of what he had given before earlier on, he's going to ensure that the finishes are on part of the President. It means roofing, fittings, plastering, and including everything, painting. The President was the one who going to fulfill. Now you see, whatever was got from the contribution is able to put the structure that is in. Now the Archdeaconry approached my office requesting me to remind His Excellency of the pledge that he has made. I did that myself. I made a write-up, and I took myself to Kampala to the office of the President. And up to date, there's no formal communication or feedback. We also tried to engage through our Secretary General. When he came to Koboko, I presented the same issue to his office, because we believe the office of the Secretary General as the NRM will be able to channel this plea before the elections to the President. But I want to also communicate to the public that up to date we have not gotten formal communication. So I think the Christian said, if we have failed to get the promise from the pledge from the President, we better write it off. And we collect ourselves as individuals within Koboko and build our church. I think it's the foundation today that you see all of us are able to make it here. We start to raise money and finish this structure. My appeal to the President is, let him fulfill the pledge.
I'd like to express how I've been feeling in this old church, the one that is behind me. This church is so small, and when we sit at the altar, it is so hot. How I wish at the end of this year, or even before the year ends, I transfer as the vicar of St. Paul's Church of Uganda and Jinjin, Nyangilia, to the new sanctuary. I'm so excited for this day. Now I call upon all Christians of Koboko Archdeaconry and of Keri Archdeaconry, all partners and friends out there who are watching us, who have heard it over the radio, to support us. Nothing is too small before God.
Like the one we are going to use here at St. Paul, Uganda. What it entails, steel truss, it is galvanized steel, lightweight in nature. It being lightweight, it gives you high strength-weight ratio. That means that as we are putting up our trusses, they will give you the strength that is desired without necessarily inserting a lot of weight on your structure. It is very fast in fabrication, so that ensures that we shall give our clients his product in a very minimal period of time, less than 2 months.